I, Dr. Javed Akhtar Ansari, welcome everyone in this video lecture. I am going to talk about cell signaling. After watching this video, you will be able to understand what is cell signaling and what are the stages of cell signaling. That covers reception, transduction, and transduction covers signal transduction pathways, protein phosphorylation and dephosphorylation, and response. So, what is cell signaling? It is a communication between different groups of cells and tissues. How one group of cell inform other group of cell what to do. So, cells within the human body constantly communicate with each other and respond to the internal stimuli through a complex network of signaling pathways. These pathways allow cells to detect and interpret the environmental signals, coordinate their activities, and maintain homeostasis. Cells communicate with each other to control their growth and divisions, to provide their intercellular and intercellular organizations, to regulate their functions. Errors in this cellular information may cause diseases, for example, cancer, autoimmunity, diabetes, etc. So, stages of cell signaling. Sir Earl Sutherland discovered how the hormone epinephrine acts on cells, suggested that cells receiving signals went through three processes. One is reception of signal, second one is transduction of signal, third one is response to the signal. See here in the figure, reception is taking place. This is the receptor, and this one is signaling molecule coming to the receptor. So that is reception. And then inside the cell, plasma membrane. This one is the plasma membrane. Now inside the cell, transduction is taking place, followed by response, that is activation of cellular response. So, what is reception? A cell detects a signal molecule from the outside of the cell, and cell is detected when the ligand binds to a receptor protein on the surface of the cell or inside the cell. Binding leads to the conformational changes in the receptor, often initiation of signal transduction. Second one is signal transduction. When the signaling molecules bind to the receptor, it changes the receptor protein. These changes initiate the process of transduction. Each relay molecule in the signal transduction pathway changes the next molecule in the pathway. So, cascade of molecular interactions relay signals from the receptor to target molecules in the cell, and signal transduction usually involve the multiple steps. Multiple pathways can amplify a signal. A few molecules can produce a large cellular response. Multi-step pathways provide more opportunities for the coordination and regulation of the cellular response. Then signal transduction pathways. The molecules that relay a signal from receptor to responses are mostly proteins. The receptor activates another protein, which activates another, and so on until the protein producing the response is activated. At each step, the signal is transduced into a different form, usually a shape changes in the protein. Now, protein phosphorylation and dephosphorylation. In many pathways, this signal is transmitted by a cascade of protein phosphorylation. Protein kinases transfer phosphate from ATP to protein, a process called phosphorylation. Protein phosphatases remove the phosphates from the protein, a process called dephosphorylation. So, this phosphorylation and dephosphorylation systems act as a molecular switch, turning activities on and off, or up or down as required. Then the third step is response. Finally, this signal triggers a specific cellular response. Cell signaling leads to the regulation of transcription or cytoplasmic activities. The cell's response to an extracellular signal is sometimes called the output response. The nuclear and cytoplasmic responses. Ultimately, a signal transduction pathway leads to regulation of one or more cellular activities. The response may occur in the cytoplasm or in the nucleus. Many signaling pathways regulate the synthesis of enzymes or other proteins, usually by turning genes on or off in the nucleus. And the final activated molecule in the signal pathway may function as a transcription factor. So, when we see in the figure, The growth factor is binding to the receptor, and this one is the phosphorylation cascade, which is causing phosphorylation here. So that is transduction. This one is reception, transduction, and in the nucleus now, this inactive transcription factor will become active transcription factor with the help of phosphorylation cascade. So this is the phosphorylation. Now phosphate group has been attached over here, and then gene will be activated, gets activated, and transcription and translation will be taking place. That is response. With this I conclude my lecture. Hope you have understood the topic. We will meet again the more interesting video lectures. So keep watching the videos.